Hello, Miami. This is 305 Sports Now, your home podcast and channel for all things Miami sports related. I am Will. My goodness, what an unbelievable evening it was Monday night as the Miami Heat take a commanding 3-1 lead against the top team in the NBA, all right? The Milwaukee Bucks with a chance to end it in 5 Wednesday night in Milwaukee. What a spectacular performance, and what a performance for the Miami Heat overall, these playoffs. What a performance with Jimmy Butler. We thought that game 3 was amazing. Tonight was basically a Jordan-esque type of performance for Jimmy Butler. But I want to get into a few things. Okay, the Miami Heat, pretty much were one of the worst shooting teams in the NBA this past season. The worst team on offense when it comes to scoring. I believe they're bottom 5 in 3-pointers, and it has been a complete turnaround, against, a team that for the most part, the Miami Heat know pretty well. And usually, not going to lie, they always play well against, even when they're at full strength or not full strength, whatever the case may be. And these playoffs were no different, right? The Miami Heat came to play in game 3. They dominated the Milwaukee Bucks 121-99. You heard it in the short that I posted recently. Jimmy Butler, 30 points, 4 for 4 from 3-point land. Duncan Robinson, comes in. Duncan Robinson, talk about drama, criticized, for his lack of defense, lack of basically being a one-trick pony as far as shooting threes, getting in foul trouble, being in the minus section when it was in, people having to cover for him because of his lack of defense. Comes in, goes 5 for 6 from 3-point land. This is game 3. Goes 5 for 6 from 3-point land. Decent on defense, not great, but not horrible either, and he has a wonderful game. The Heat defense was phenomenal game 3. All right, you can't beat 18 turnovers, 13 steals. I mean, they were just all over the place. 11 rebounds by Bam, 11 rebounds by Caleb Martin. Everybody did a little bit of everything, to make the Miami Heat successful in game 3. And then we get to game 4, and Giannis shows up. I mean, Giannis has finally announced that they're playing in this game. And of course, they're excited in Milwaukee. That changes the dynamic for the Miami Heat, as now they have to prepare for the former MVP and what he brings to the table. Giannis is not a great shooter. Okay, he's not going to beat you from downtown, but Giannis does what he does very well. All right, driving, he's very fast. In the paint, he's very dominant in the paint. He's long. His defense, in many cases, when it leads to turnovers, leads to offensive points. For the Bucks, he's a good, solid passer. He's a good, solid rebounder. He's a staunch defender, both in the paint and on the perimeter. So Giannis gives you a lot, all right, as far as elite caliber of a player goes. And Giannis didn't disappoint, right? Giannis came back with 26 points. He has 10 rebounds, and he has 13 assists, a triple-double for the game. He was just phenomenal. That's not a lot. Let's not lie to ourselves. Brook Lopez, the same thing. Uses height to his advantage. 36 points, 4 for 7, shot from beyond the arc. You would think that kind of performance from those two guys, all right, and being up most of the game, right, would seal it, tie it, and take it back to Milwaukee. But then it happened the fourth quarter. Down 14 points in the fourth quarter to begin the fourth quarter. Jimmy Butler had already had a very solid game. The Heat just blow the doors off. I mean, the Miami Heat just blow the doors off, outscoring Milwaukee 41-25 in that fourth quarter. And Jimmy Butler ends up with 21 points in that fourth quarter. And not only that, he ends up with 56 points for the game. 56 points. That is the highest total in Heat playoff history. Now, this is a franchise that has won 3 NBA championships, has been to the finals 5 times, has had guys on the team named Alonzo Mourning, Shaquille O'Neal, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, and Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler, who was drafted as a project by the Chicago Bulls out of Marquette, is absolutely just was born to be a playoff guy. I mean, he was, I can't explain, especially these last 2 games, how he played last season in the playoffs, how he's playing in the finals a couple of years ago against the Lakers, gets a 40 to push it to a game six. I'm flabbergasted at how good Jimmy Butler has been in the playoffs. And Jimmy Butler isn't just an offensive threat. He'll kill you defensively. He's a nightmare, covering your best defender. He'll cover you in the paint. He'll steal the ball from you. All right, he'll cover you in the perimeter as well. He doesn't care. He'll cover anybody. He's just like Giannis in the sense that when he's on defense, his defense could lead some offense for your team. He sets up his teammates very well. Solid passer. His shooting has gotten a lot better, the last couple seasons, and in the playoffs, it seems to just improve by 1,000. I mean, he's just great. I can't explain it. How good this guy is in the playoffs. All right, how good this guy is in the playoffs. He's not a super mega superstar in the regular season, but in the playoffs, he's a mega superstar. I'm sorry. Last year, he was the best guy in the playoffs when it came to efficiency. The most efficient guy in the playoffs last year was Jimmy Butler. Okay. In this playoff series, he's been the best player bar none. All right. He's been the best player bar none for the Miami Heat overall. I'm just really impressed with how good Jimmy Butler is. And of course, he did have some help. Bam Adebayo had a better second half, right, as well. He had a solid 15 points in the second half. Caleb Martin had 12 points as well. Kyle Lowry did his part, in terms of scoring when scoring needed to be done. Also, his his setting up his teammates, with proper passing and penetration, dribble penetration, and so on, was well done as well. Right, Duncan Robinson, had a couple threes in the game as well. So I mean, it was just, a great showing for Jimmy, for the Heat. And again, down 14 points. I mean, I'm like, okay, well, 2-2, it's gonna be a dogfight. It's may go 7. Milwaukee may lose. This was a punch in the gut to the Milwaukee Bucks, because not a bad road team was Milwaukee in the regular season. All right, the Heat lose their best shooter in Tyler Hero. The Heat lose Victor Oladipo off the bench. Jimmy Butler basically had a butt bruise. All right, so he had a tailbone injury basically when he fell last game, and you still lose, right? You still lose to the Miami Heat. I mean, I can't. I'm excited for Wednesday night. I'm very happy for this team. I really am. And if they win this series and move on to the second round, I mean, it was a turnaround for what was a inconsistent season. But if you're gonna peak, now's the time to peak. All right. So this is a good time for the Heat. If this is when they're gonna peak, I'm happy they're peaking at this time. Okay, guys, that's it for me. I'm very straight to the point. Thank you guys for listening. For watching, for all your support. We're almost at 800 subscribers. Let's get to 800. All right, that's why I keep giving you the best content possible I could possibly give you. I have some good stuff coming up in the near future. I'm also gonna be doing some recruiting also as far as for the Miami Hurricanes in terms of recruiting coverage. All right, there are some guys on the radar for the Canes that could commit, hopefully, to the University of Miami. But again, let's celebrate the Heat. All right, let's close it out Wednesday night in Milwaukee in 5. If you like what you heard, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the 5 Sports Now. I am Will. Take care. God bless. See you soon. Bye-bye.